Welcome back to another episode of Two-Headed Sportscast. I'm Jataivon Gibson with my colleague Ty Hoffman. Ty,
Yes, sir. And today we are. I had a video idea. Me and Jatavion worked on this list last night, and I was figuring, what do fans want for their ideal offseason? Obviously, most teams want Deshaun Watson, but we did not put that for every team.
not everybody can get Deshaun Watson, obviously.
Not everybody has a trade assets or what they need to get Deshaun Watson. So basically, we went over. I joined different Discord servers, Snapchatted people asking them what they think their teams should do and get assets for. So, do you want me to start off, or do you want to start off with the Cardinals?
You can do the Cardinals since you pretty much did this one.
Yeah, so I joined a Discord server. I asked them what they needed, and this is what they said. So first, sign an outside receiver. 2, get a center. 3, get a cornerback 1 and 2. 4, get Kyle Pitts. 5, get either Marvin Jones or Curtis Samuel. And 6, get Desmond King and move Byron Murphy to the outside. You have anything to say?
No, don't move Byron Murphy to the outside. He hasn't proven anything as a boundary corner.
Well, that's what they were saying. That's what they said, so I put it down.
For the Falcons, you can do this one as well because I mean you're pretty much you did this one.
I did this one too. A lot of them said get a quarterback in the draft and either trade Ryan or have Ryan train the quarterback that they draft. Third is get a cornerback. They need a cornerback. They have safeties, linebackers. They need a cornerback. And the fourth, just improve the defense in general.
Get better pass rushers.
Better pass rushers. They may have. Do they still have Grady Jarrett? Is that his name? Do they still have him? I think they still have him, but they'll still need better pass rushers for the future if they want to go anywhere with this team. They'll need to re-sign Calvin Ridley too. I forgot about that one. Or extend Calvin Ridley because he's supposed to be a free agent next year. And you can read the Bills.
For the Bills, get a young pass rusher. Get another tight end to match up on the boundary against Javius White. Get a big tight end for Josh Allen to throw. So I think that will work very well for his skills. Another outside receiver since you already have a slot receiver in Cole Beasley and got an outside receiver. Not really just an outside receiver, an all-around receiver in Stephon Diggs. Another running back, preferably somebody who can catch the ball out of the backfield. I don't think Devin Singletary is too well at doing that. I think he's more of a nose down running back. And resign Matt Milano. I mean, if they lose Matt Milano, that's a huge blow to their defense. I saw a stat earlier. They give up way more pass yards, way more rushing yards, way more points without Matt Milano. But re-sign him. He's an elite linebacker, even though a lot of people don't really know of him that much.
All right.
Next team is the Baltimore Ravens. Get Lamar a wide receiver. I mean, I think that's pretty evident. Hollywood Brown, she's shown flashes, but flashes are not enough for um, the Ravens if they want to be a Super Bowl contender. Get a better pass rush. I just don't really see a lot of pass. I get Yannick Ngakwe is okay. I don't think he's as hyped up as he needs. I don't think he is as good as he's hyped up to be. Fix the interior offense of their line. That got Lamar Jackson sacked a lot. I mean, it slowed down that running game, and fixing that would very much help replace Marshall Yanda, who you lost last year. Keep cutting costs, and that goes also with trading Peters and getting another receiver because Peters has a big contract.
Cornerback, not receiver. You said receiver.
Oh, he has a big contract. He doesn't play too well for me. Like he gets picks. He's a ball hawk. He makes some plays, but he also gives up a ton of plays. He's not what he's worth really.
And he did get the game-winning pick against Tennessee. You have to remember that.
But he gives up a lot of plays. Like he'll give you a pick, and then right after he'll give up 2 touchdowns in a row.
Mm-hmm.
For the Panthers, keep Joe Brady. I think that will be well to keep him for this next year, especially if you can get a superstar quarterback. I think that will work very well, and Joe Brady can develop him. I mean, this offense this year was very great. You had, I think it was 4 players over 1,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, keep doing that, especially once you get Christian McCaffrey back. Get a tight end.
Hold on one second.
Uh, sorry, we had a technical difficulty, but like I said, get a tight end. Fix the defense. Besides D line, getting tight end. I think a guy who can be a big body receiver down in the red zone, so you can throw the ball a lot to him. And then that defense really is poor. I mean, Jeremy Chin played well, but you don't really have a lot of corners. Losing James Bradbury was a huge loss this past offseason. Find a franchise quarterback. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is a franchise guy. I think he's a no pun intended, a bridge quarterback that can lead you into getting a new one. Resign Curtis Samuel. I think he's a big playmaker, and especially in Joe Brady's offense, can make a lot of plays. And then get better on the tackle situation for your line. I think that will very much help. You want to do this one, Ty?
Yeah, for the Cincinnati Bengals, get it online, protect Joe Burrow. I see if Penny, how do you say it? Sewell?
Penei Sewell.
Penny Sewell drops, they're going to take him at tackle. They just need somebody to protect Burrow because he got injured out the ACL because he didn't get a block. He got sacked. Better pass rush. Just basically everything for this team besides quarterback and
Wide receiver, running back.
Back. They need more defense. Defense is like the main thing that they really need. Better corners, as I was talking about, defense, and then a tight end. Tyler Eifert left. I don't even really know who their tight end is right now, but I feel like they need to.
CJ Osman, I think.
Yeah, they just need like a more.
And Drew Sample.
They need a better tight end than. I'll do this one so you can do the Bears. So Cleveland Browns get a coverage linebacker. That's one of the reasons why they lost against the Chiefs. Boundary corner. I don't even. You can explain that one.
So they need another guy to be on the outside. I don't think Grady Williams is that good. Denzel Ward, I think, is a great cornerback, but you need somebody else on the outside with him.
Figure out Odell's situation. Figure out if you want to re-sign him, trade him, cut him, do whatever you need to do to.
I don't think you cut him. I think you get him get a first round pick for him.
Extend Baker Mayfield. From what he has shown, he's proven that he deserves an extension, maybe 5 years, 6 years, to stay on the Browns.
Just don't overpay him.
Just don't overpay him. And the next thing, keep their running core. They had one of the best running cores, and with them Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, very good against Kansas City and Pittsburgh. And then you can go on your little rant about your Bears.
Okay. Well, this is the ideal for the Bears. I think a lot of Bears fans. You want to get a quarterback, you want to get tackles, you want to re-sign Allen Robinson, and you want to get a defensive coordinator and cut costs. Okay. So I agree with getting a tackle. I agree cutting costs, and I agree getting a defense coordinator. Now, I know a lot of Bears fans are not going to like this. Screw Allen Robinson. Screw a franchise quarterback. Screw Ryan Pace. Screw at Matt Nagy. Screw Khalil Mack. Screw Eddie Jackson. All of that. You want to know why? Because this Bears team will not succeed with any of those players. They have a lot of money that's tied up into them. They aren't going to go anywhere. They blew their window 2 years ago. They had the best chance to win 2 years ago.
Born all those plays big factors in the 12-4 season.
Yes, but now they're not doing anything. They haven't shown very much since then. Allen Robinson's the only one that's played exceptionally well. Khalil Mack has fallen off. Eddie Jackson hasn't had a great pick season since the 28 season when he got hurt. I don't even think he had an interception this year. Kyle Fuller, he's on a 1-year deal. Akeem Hicks, he makes great plays, but he also makes a ton of dumb plays. So here's the players I would rather the Bears have for the next season. Darnell Mooney, Cole Kmet, James Daniels, Sam Mustipher, Cody White. Draft some tackles. Have Roquan Smith, Bilal Nichols, Eddie Goldman, Jalen Johnson, and maybe Eddie Jackson and Cairo Santos. Did I say David Montgomery? David Montgomery as well. And maybe Anthony Miller. But besides that, this Bears team, they will not win anything. They will not win a Super Bowl. The best they will do is go 8-8, 10-6, 9-7, around that range, and have a first round exit. But this team is not winning a Super Bowl. They need to blow it up.
Do you want to talk about Cowboys?
Oh, let's talk about the Cowboys.
Them
Talk about the
boys, Nick.
Cowboys.
Nick, if
I
you're
have a
watching
lot
the
of
boys.
I have a lot of Cowboys family members. Re-signed Dak. He played well before the season started, or before he got hurt. So re-sign Dak. Get corners. I mean, this secondary was atrocious this past season. Figure out the line. Zach Martin and Tyron Smith are getting older. They're getting hurt a lot. Leo Collins was hurt. You need to figure out, get younger pieces, get better pieces than what you have in Tyler Badias and I think was it Connor Williams or one of them. I forgot who it was for their left guard. And then figure out the Zeke situation. You obviously overpaid for Zeke. He's not a top 5 running back. How you paid him? You paid him to be the best running back in the league. He's not best running back in the league. He struggles, especially when he doesn't have no line. And then trade or you see if you can cut DeMarcus Lawrence. He had that great season, but besides that, he played above average before then, and then he's played average ever since. He's out. Even Alden Smith played better than him this year, and he's been out of the league for like 5 years.
Alrighty. Broncos. This is some things from Ethan. The first thing you said basically what Ethan said. Resign Justin Simmons and figure out the Drew Lock situation. Get healthy, and then you said cut/trade Von Miller and resign and sign a cornerback, not resign.
Yeah, why I said cut trade Von Miller, not just because all his problems off the field. We're not going to get into that. That's a whole different bucket of worms. He's been hurt for these past couple seasons. He's getting expensive and he's getting older. You already have a future outside linebacker in Bradley Chubb who can play very well, and you just got to get somebody else to play on the side of him. But Bradley Chubb could be your next Von Miller if you give him time. But Von Miller, I just don't see him staying or any need for him to stay.
Lions, this is basically what Hayden said. Resign Kenny Galladay or Marvin Jones. Make that decision on what you think. I think Marvin Jones would be better to resign. Offensive tackle, they need a tackle.
But you're saying Marvin Jones is better than Galladay?
I mean, Galladay was hurt, but saying Galladay could play better next season, but you just never know with injuries. Then offensive tackle, they need to protect Stafford. If he stays, he's getting older. He needs to be protected, not sacked, whatever. Make Stafford happy or trade him. Get him some more key assets.
Get him a better defense.
A better defense that will make this team succeed.
Dude has a top 3 arm talent in the league and has been wasted his whole career.
Wasted. And I'm saying, if they trade him, they are going to trade him to a team that he wants to go to. He's not going to let the Lions decide. He's either going to request a trade, release to go to another team, whatever he wants to do. But he does. If they do not get him happy and get a defense or some sort of a receiver outside of Galladay or Jones, he's not going to want to stay. And then find a replacement for Galladay or Jones. They can only sign Galladay or Jones because of their cap space. I say draft Jamar Chase. Draft a rookie receiver that you know that can be good on your team and fit into your scheme. And the last thing, become more consistent. They'll win a game, they'll lose a game, win a game.
They'll beat a great team, and then they'll lose to an absolutely horrible team.
Right. They just need to keep their consistency and do whatever they need. And then Packers, nothing really that you can do to help the Packers. They're already the best team one of the best teams in the league right now.
Don't have a lot of cap space.
Not a lot of cap space. So first thing, sign a linebacker. Zadarius Smith is good, but he needs help.
No, they don't need a linebacker forward. Zadarius Smith plays edge. That's the difference of a linebacker, Ty.
Same shit.
No, they need a inside backer. Chris Barnes, he's played okay, but not to be I don't think a number 1 linebacker for your defense.
Alrighty. Second, get a wide receiver 2. Lazard can develop into a wide receiver 2, but I just don't find him being a wide receiver 2 on the Packers. He may have caught the big passes in the divisional round, but I just don't see him being a 2. Third, cut cap and do not bring back Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is bringing you guys down in cap space a lot. I say don't resign him. Let him go to a different team where he can either succeed or be worse, whatever
I
happens.
mean,
O-line situation, whatever happens there.
I know a lot of Packer fans might be mad at that. Oh, Aaron Jones, why would we get rid of him? He's a top 10 running back. He's a top 10 running back because you guys have a great O-line. I don't think he does as well with a different O-line. And you guys seen what AJ Dillon and Williams can do. And you guys need cap for extending Adams and Alexander.
Yep, and then make Aaron Rodgers happy. Get him a receiver 2. Get him a running back. Help him, because he's the big thing. He's the big player on that team.
And then next up is the Houston Texans. Good head coach. Eric Bieniemy, I think, is the favorite right now. But again, like I said yesterday, I don't think he should even consider this deal. I mean, this team is bad. This whole organization is bad. Figure out the Watson situation. If you can't make him happy, just trade him. Just trade him. Really. Get a picks. You guys need picks. Trade JJ Watt for picks. I think JJ Watt has wasted enough time in his career in Houston. It doesn't look like he wants to be there anymore. Just trade him. Get a wide receiver 1 if Watson stays. Still get a wide receiver 1, but like you can draft a younger player for wide receiver 1. But you don't. But if you keep Watson, make sure you can get Allen Robinson, Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones, one of those players to have him have a number 1 receiver, and then just get a reliable running back. You traded your number 1 receiver, a top. I think me personally, the best receiver in the league to me, DeAndre Hopkins, for David Johnson, and David Johnson is absolutely atrocious. Has been atrocious since his injury.
All righty. Let's get into this bullshit right here. The Colts, my team. Offensive tackle. Costanzo retired. Injury done. Let Phillip Rivers retire. Either draft Mac Jones, Kyle Trask, Trey Lance, trade for Stafford, Wentz, Ryan, anybody that you can really get that that can play good. Re-sign T.Y. Hilton and Justin Houston. Our edge rushers are not that good, so I think that we need to keep Justin Houston to at least apply a little bit of pressure. He had 12 sacks this season. Sign Bud Dupree and get more pass rush. Like I said, our pass rush is very weak. Our D-line is pretty good, but I just think that we need a better pass rush. And then another thing that I forgot is get another wide receiver. And cut Marlon Mack. Get another wide receiver. T.Y. Hilton, Zach Pascal, and Pittman aren't cutting. And I feel like we're only going to sign Hilton to a 1-year deal. I don't think we're going to re-sign Zach Pascal. We need a wide receiver, either 1 or 2 at this point. As I said, cut Marlon Mack, cut the cost. We already have the 3rd most cap space in the league. So if we just let him walk, it'll be a little bit more that we can work on. Then the Kansas City Chiefs. You want to go for this one?
And they don't really need a lot, to really get rid of. Have a corner, or get a corner. They have a great team though. Cut Watkins. I don't think you really need Sammy Watkins. He really takes up a lot of cap. I think he could probably gonna be a number 1 on another team. Keep the core intact. I mean, this is why you run your engine how it is. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Juan Thornhill, Tyrann Mathieu, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, all work. Just keep them. Find a coverage linebacker in the draft. I think that would very much help. One thing we forgot to put on this list is get an interior offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes cannot get hit. I don't think so. And this season he got hit way more than usual. And then get another edge rusher, so a D lineman. Just shore up that pass rush.
All righty. Next team is the Chargers. Protect Herbert and protect Herbert. If he gets injured, he's done. He's done for the season, 2 seasons maybe. Protect Herbert, draft around Justin Herbert. 2, get a safety.
Derwin James is too injured.
Yeah. Derwin James is injury prone. You guys got rid of Desmond King. What the fuck are you gonna do? Like
Match
what?
a linebacker with Murray.
But you can talk about match a linebacker with Murray. That was your idea.
Yeah, because I mean, you need another linebacker. He's shown flashes, but still, you need somebody else to be there for him. Um, he played great at Oklahoma, but he's only shown flashes.
Of course, he's from Oklahoma. Cut Melvin Ingram and sign another pass rusher. Melvin Ingram, he had an amazing first
Couple years.
3 to 4 seasons, and then he just fell off.
No, he got hurt. That's pretty much what
He
it
got
was.
hurt, and then he fell off. Find an offensive coordinator. Passing offensive coordinator. Hunter Henry, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler can play receiving back if he needs to. And then with Justin Herbert and drafting, if they draft O-line, I feel like that team could be a playoff team, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I was saying, this team is I very much believe in Staley making this team like the Rams were last year. Just get an offense coordinator that can really work.
You want it?
For the Rams, get a coverage linebacker. I think that really can help you make that defense even better than it already is. The Packers really use that against you and like a lot of in breaking routes. Like I said, they would. Ty, you didn't believe me that they would do that.
I didn't.
Figure out the golf situation. There is reports that they need marriage counseling between him and Sean McVay. I don't think Goff is a franchise quarterback. I think he can win you some games, but I think you need to move on from Goff and maybe even try to, trade up this draft class. Even though I know you guys don't have number one pick, try to trade Goff in a second for franchise quarterback. Cut some more cost. You still guys, even though you cut a lot of costs last season, you're still in a lot of dead cap. Still paying Todd Gurley some, still paying Brandon Cook some. Just cutting a little bit more dead cap or a little bit more cap. Maybe that will go down with the loss of Goff and the loss of Andrew Whitworth because I think he most likely will retire after this season. And going to that, get an offensive lineman. One, your offensive line is old and in shambles. Next year, your best offensive lineman will be Rob Harvenstein. I think you really need to get upgraded on that and then figure out the number one spot. Running back spot, I think that could be Cam Akers, but you got to commit to him earlier. This season, they didn't want to commit to him. They wanted to make it a running back by committee, but we saw what Cam Akers can do. He played well in both playoff games. He played well towards the end of the season when Goff was out. I think you got to play Cam Akers.
This
You want to do this?
this is a team you're very high on, so you can take them.
Oh, okay. This will be one of my favorite teams next year to watch because I think my Bears are going to be bad. Draft Trevor Lawrence. I mean, everybody know that is the most obvious thing to do. Get good coordinators that can mesh well with the young talent. I think building a culture will be needed for this team to succeed in the future. Keep the team young. I think if you have a younger team, Urban Meyer can more, have that coaching, the college coaching where they can have more discipline on players, because once you get in the league, there's a difference between coaching in the NFL and college. College, you get to have more discipline. NFL players, they feel they can slack off more and not have to listen to coaches. Get better in the secondary. I think their secondary is very horrible. CJ Henderson, a rookie, he played decent this year. Sidney Jones and Trey Herndon were okay cornerbacks, but you need better ones, and their safety position is almost dead. So like, get a better secondary, get a running back too. Most preferably a fast, quick receiving running back who can catch passes from Trevor Lawrence. That could be Najee Harris, Chuba Hubbard, or Travis Etienne in the draft. And then protect Trevor Lawrence. If that means re-signing Cam Robinson or getting somebody else and getting a right guard, because I think this O line is okay, but getting those two more positions, I think that can very much help this team. Also, Duval. You want to do the Dolphins?
Miami Dolphins. The number one thing I got when I was joining servers and texting fans is try and trade for Watson for that third pick.
For a shit ton of picks.
No. Keep Tua and make Tua happy. Give him a receiver, give him a line, and he'll be set.
I think it's Watson. Watson's better.
I know, but
I don't think Tua can turn into Deshaun Watson.
I just feel like Tua will develop to be above average quarterback. Better pass rush. The pass rush is terrible. Better O-line.
Interior offensive line is terrible.
Terrible. And just like I said, to add on to the trying to make Tua happy, interior O-line, 100%. Then we have the Minnesota Vikings. Better O-line. Their whole O-line is terrible. Horrendous. Can't block. The only reason that Cook really scored it all is because he would make his own holes, make his own plays. Fix the defense. Their only really good defensive players are Daniel Hunter, Eric Kendricks, and Harrison Smith. And like I said, keep Hunter and Hendricks for the next point. Figure out Cousins situations, Jefferson is mad. He does not like Kirk, really. Pissed off he doesn't throw the ball to him, doesn't throw it early or do what he need to do.
Kirk, I think Kirk can lead you. I mean, I think you just have to. One, Kirk can't ask for a lot of money. That was a problem with Kirk. He asked for a lot of money, and that means he couldn't get a lot of pieces around him. He needs pieces around him.
And then don't underperform again.
Cook really underperformed this year.
Dalvin Cook performed perfectly. The rest of the team performed terribly.
Defense really underperformed.
Defense. You can get the
Patriots. Get weapons. This is why you lost Tom Brady. You didn't have weapons. This is why you didn't make the Super Bowl this year. You didn't have weapons. Okay? This is not normal for Patriots fans. Get a quarterback. I think that's very obvious. Cam Newton is not what Cam Newton used to be. His throwing mechanic looked awful. Get a better D-line. You need a better pass rush. I get Belichick can always make defenses work, but you got to do something. Get younger. This team is one of the oldest teams in the league. Devin McCourty, I don't think, even though he's great, he's a great player. You got to get rid of the McCourty brothers. Got to get rid of Patrick Chung. Got to get rid of Dante Hightower. A lot of these old players, just get rid of them and then cut a lot of costs. So with getting younger, you can also cut those costs of those old players and just make this team better and still put that culture within them, that Patriot way.
There's nothing that the Saints can do. Because from what I know, if they were to trade every single player, they would still be in debt. They can't do anything.
This team is going to be horrible. This team is going to be absolutely horrible.
0-16, something like that. One thing I say is figure out the Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill situation and trade Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas was amazing with Drew Brees. They call him Slant Boy. He would just run slant posts, zig outs, whatever the fuck he needed to do to get his yards. But I just feel like that they need to trade him. Don't bring back Brees even if he wants to come back. After that NFC Championship game, enough said.
Brees' arm is gone.
Gone. 5, find coordinators.
Everybody's been taking their coordinators.
Everybody.
I think another team, the Lions, just took another one of the Saints coordinators recently. Happened like 30 minutes ago. For the Giants, get a wide receiver separator. Darius Slay, Nord, Sterling Shepard can really separate from The corners, they can still make catches, but
You say Darius
contested
Slay?
catches.
You said Darius
Darius Slay.
Slay.
Oh, Slayton. My bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think Darius Slay's cornerback on the Eagles.
Slayton. To figure out the Jones situation, me personally, I think Jones is a worser version of Jared Goff. I don't think it will work here. If that means get a quarterback, get a quarterback. Um, get a corner too. You guys made a great signing in getting uh,
Bradbury.
James Bradbury, one of the biggest steals of the offseason. Keep Saquon healthy, so that pretty much means get a bit better on the O line. I think you guys hit your interior is very good. Get rid of Nate Soldier. I mean, Solar, he's been bad ever since you guys signed him to that big deal, made him the highest paid tackle in the league. Um, Scroll down sometime, and that's pretty much it for them.
This was all you, so you can go with this
Okay.
one.
For the Jets, I said trade down. I think Darnold's could be good in this system next year. You're getting people from the 49ers system, and their offense is pretty simple, and I think he can very much learn from that. Um, don't get a quarterback yet. I think you missed out on the best option you could have got at the quarterback position, and I don't want you guys to throw another quarterback into this fire when you can trade down and get pieces for Darnold or pieces for a guy next year. Figure out the Darnold situation. Obviously, try to get Watson if you can. That is the Watson. I think is the equivalent of missing out on Trevor Lawrence. Watson can make plays and can elevate this team even with bad players. Get another wide receiver. I think. I think you got a future one in Denzel Mims. And James Crowder is a great slot corner, but not a number one corner. Get pass rushers. Your pass rushing is very non-existent. You got Quentin Williams and I forgot your defense tackle's name, but very two good defensive linemen, but get better on that situation. And then fix the interior offensive line. I think Mekhi Becton is a great player. You can probably sign a tackle, but that interior offensive line is very, very bad.
For the Las Vegas Raiders, fix the defense. They started out the season good, but ever since they played the Colts, they fell apart. Their defense started to suck. Their whole team started to suck. Their organization just sucks in general. The other thing is, like I said, don't collapse just like they did after the Colts game. Defense started playing bad. Offense started playing bad. 3, get younger O line. Their O line is getting older. They can't really develop anymore. So I just feel like if they draft a young O lineman, have him under the wings of one of them, of whichever position you sign, most likely interior, help that. And then 4, get a receiving running back. Josh Jacobs is not a receiving running back. They need a receiving running back that can run out the backfield, make catches on a Texas route, whatever you need to do, catch the ball. And then the Eagles figure out if you want Jalen Hurts or Carson Wentz. In my opinion, I'd pick Hurts over Wentz just by the way he was playing, but that's just me. Get a head coach. Don't know Jataivons, who's like the top 3 contenders for the Eagles head coach.
Josh McDaniels. I saw somebody earlier. It was like an offensive coordinator. Kellen Moore, the Cowboys coordinator, and then I think Brian Dable.
Yeah, just get a head coach that without going to the third point, fix the culture of the team, get them more moving, get them more motivated to win games. 4, get weapons. They really took Jalen Reagor. Really?
They really took JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
Like, I don't even know who that is. That's how bad it is. I don't even know who that is. And then 5, get backers. They need better backers. Coverage.
Their linebacking core is probably one of the worst linebacking core in the league.
They need to just improve the team. Steelers. Get a quarterback. Big Ben's done. He cried on the field. He's done, just like Drew Brees. Fix the O-line. The O-line's getting old. Villanueva's going to leave. Pouncey's going to leave. They're all getting older. They want to go to a team where they don't really not have to block necessarily, but where they'll have an easier thing where the ball will go out earlier.
They can win.
Yeah, exactly. They can win. try and re-sign Bud Dupree. Their pass rush was looking very good this season. They just need to re-sign Bud Dupree because he was mainly like the leader of it, getting the quarterback first. 4, get a running back. James Conner's not cutting it. Let him walk. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, chill out. We don't slander James Conner on here. Okay, that man is a cancer survivor. We don't slander him.
I'm just saying.
We
Yes.
don't slander that man.
And then number 5, get a tight end. Eric Ebron, he was good with the Colts. He was good with the was it
He
Lions?
wasn't. He was not good with the Lions. I'm sorry.
Well,
He was.
his
He was looking
last
like a
year,
bust.
he was only good with the Colts. Resign him to a different team. Get him somewhere else. 49ers.
I'll do this one.
Okay.
I think a lot of people. There's a lot of Jimmy Garoppolo hate going around. I think Jimmy Garoppolo can win you a Super Bowl. I mean, he knows. Even though he didn't win those Super Bowls, he was the backup for Tom Brady. He knows how to be in a winning culture. He learned from the best of all time. So I think stick it out. I mean, I understand if you don't because he's been injured, but I think that's more on your health staff, really. Become more healthy. I mean, losing or not Joey, Nick Bosa, D Ford, Solomon Thomas, Richard Sherman, um, losing a lot of players on your offense, Jimmy Garoppolo, Kittle, Debo Samuel. You just gotta get healthy.
Mostert.
Yeah, Mostert. Um, don't bring back Rich Sherman. Get it. So that means also get another corner. Because Jason Verrett he's played good, but he's also injury prone. So you really cannot put your uh, eggs into one basket. You need another one as well on the outside. Fix the interior of offensive line. I think your tackles are great. Trent Williams and Mike McGlinchey. I think you really just need I think a right guard and can be even better than you are. And then get one more coverage linebacker, Troy Greenlaw and um, Fred Warner are great linebackers. You obviously traded Quan Alexander because you probably couldn't have paid him. So just get one more. I think that's pretty much it for them.
You want this one?
I'll get the next one.
I know, and I know why you want them too. All right, Seahawks become more consistent. The playoff game they had, horrible. DK and Tyler Lockett need to be more consistent. That's just that. Fix all line. Russell Wilson was getting pressured a lot in that game, which caused him. How many picks do you throw? 1 or 2?
I think two. I mean that old line has always been one of the worst in the league.
3, get running backs healthy. Chris Carson,
He's a good running back. Rashad Penny, he's been hurt a lot.
yeah, get another cornerback. They had the Legion of Boom. That's the last time they've actually had a good secondary.
Shaquille Griffin, he's good, but you need somebody else on the other side of him.
Then re-signed David Moore. Self-explanatory.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, get a left tackle. I don't think Donovan Smith really can be a franchise tackle for Brady. He makes a lot of mistakes, and I don't think Brady will want him really. Keep the weapons. Chris Godwin pretty much. Keep Brown. See if you can get these guys on cheaper deals. Another cornerback. They have a very good corner situation, but also their pass defense ranked 21st in the league. So you got to do that and be more consistent on offense. This team was up and down throughout the season. So that goes into the next point. Let Brady run his offense. Bruce Arians, he wants you to read the field as read deep and then read short. Brady is a read short, then read deep. Let Brady run his offense. It will work way better for this team and have way more success, even though this team was still much of great offense this year.
I don't want the Titans. I don't like them. You can have them.
I'm good at pass rush. That was one of your reasons why you lost this year. That's why I didn't think you guys would go far this year. You didn't have pass rush, so that means either re-sign Clowney or maybe not even not re-sign Clowney. Resign Desmond King. I think is a great slot corner for you guys and can very much work. Fix your tackle situation. I know you guys signed Isaiah Wilson or drafted Isaiah Wilson and he got hurt before the season started. And also Lumen got hurt or Luan got hurt before the season, but still fix your tackle situation. Get another offense coordinator who can work well with Tannehill. Um, that's pretty much it.
And the last team, the best team in the league, the Washington football team. Get a quarterback. Figure out if Heineke's going to start or draft a quarterback, trade up.
Heineke is not starting.
Take Mac Jones later at your pick. 2, cut Alex Smith. He's old. He may win comeback player of the year, but I just don't think.
And you guys owe him a shit ton of money.
Shit ton. Get another wide receiver. Terry McLaurin can't do everything. Logan Thomas can't do everything. Even though Logan Thomas is a tight end, they're both catching the ball 50%, 75% of the passes. Cut Landon Collins, get another safety. Landon Collins is getting old. He's regressing. Get a young safety, either out of the draft and a trade something. Get a young safety that will help your team. Coverage linebacker. You can explain this one because I don't pay attention to their linebacking core.
They have Reuben Foster, but I mean he gets in a lot of legal trouble, so you really can't rely on him. I really think you just need another coverage linebacker. So like people like Tom Brady cannot attack your linebackers like he did in that playoff game. And then until you can get the last part because
a fucking name. Give your football team a name. You can't just be called the football team for the rest of the
become the Red Tails. That was the one thing that everybody thought you should have became.
You just can't be named the Washington football team for the rest of your franchise.
We don't agree with the I don't agree with having their last name back. I think that's still offensive. But get the Red Tails. That was big. Get something.
But
get the right. DC-ites. There you go, DC-ites.
DC-ites. But all right, that's a video. I'll be dropping a video later about me and Jataivons will be dropping a video later about the last 5 draft picks from every team and grading them. But for now, we will see you guys later.